Hello everybody, it's Bradie here from Sparrow Quilt Company. I am back today with some more finished size quilting blocks. So if you have not seen this before, I am using my guidelines for quilting ruler plus the finished size quilting add-ons. And how these work is that we think about our quilt blocks as the finished size, and then these little add-ons will add the appropriate seam allowance for us, and that's going to make things really quick, really simple, and also really precise. So the block that I'm working on today is this cute star block. Prior to this one, I've done the churn dash, so you can look for that video. But today we're going to work on this one, and this is a 12-inch block. So what I need to think about here is a 12-inch block divided by 3 sections is going to be 4 inches in each section. All right, I hope you're with me on this. So what I'm going to do is set my slider on my guidelines ruler at the 4. This little slider moves around. I can adjust it to whatever width I want, but today I'm going to set it for a 4-inch wide strip. Now I need to cut out this center block, and I need to cut out these outer corner blocks. So for that, I'm going to add on the ruler that's marked with an S, because that one's for cutting squares. The H is for half square triangles, the Q is for quarter square triangles, but we'll use those ones in a minute. So in order to add these onto my guidelines ruler, I'm just going to, there's a little lever thing, so I'm going to position that lever over the hole on the ruler, and then I just twist that to lock it in place. Now these add-ons are also available for your regular 6x12 ruler, so if you have not got the guidelines for quilting ruler, then you can get these add-ons that will work on your regular 6x12, okay? Now, I have cut the strips the appropriate length ahead of time because I made this block earlier this morning, but I'm going to show you how I went about doing that. So I had a much larger piece of fabric, and I set up my ruler just like I showed you, and I cut this strip right off my larger chunk. Okay, you with me on that so far? Then I'm going to take strip, which is already the correct width, and now I'm going to cut some squares out of that. I need 4 of the white squares for my outer corners, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those. I got my fabric 2 layers, so I'll have to make 2 cuts to get my 4 squares. All right, so that part is finished. Now I'm also going to need these quarter square triangles out of the white fabric. So again, I've pre-cut that strip, but I'll show you quickly how I did that. I'm going to use the quarter square ruler this time. So I'll remove the square one, and I'm going to pop on this one. Now, what I really like about this is that I'm cutting my triangles the size they're going to be finished. There's not going to be any need to trim things down a little bit later. This seam allowance add-on is 1.207 inches. Now, there's no way to accurately cut that number with our regular rulers, so that's what really makes this very handy. I've already cut that strip that width, and now I'm going to need 4 of those quarter square triangles. I get 4 triangles per square, so I'm just going to cut a single square out of my strip that I've already cut ahead of time. And now I can set these all aside, and I'm going to take this square and cut it twice from corner to corner so that I get my 4 little triangles. I really want to make sure that my ruler is going point to point. And like I mentioned, these triangles are going to be bang on. You won't have to trim these down later because they are the exact size you need them to be. And that just saves us time. It makes us more precise, which you all know is a really good thing. So we'll set those aside for a moment. Now what I need to cut out are my half square triangles out of my green fabric. So let's take off the quarter square add-on, and this time we're going to put on the half square triangle add-on. And they go on really quick and easy. Just press down on those little suction cups to make it a little bit stronger. We're going to need 2 squares to make those 4 triangles that we need for this block. This time our seam allowance is 0.854. How do you cut that accurately with your regular ruler? You don't. You use these great little add-ons. All right, so let's go ahead and cut 2 squares. I've got 2 layers of fabric. And then I'm going to turn that and cut it from corner to corner only once this time because it's a half square triangle, not a quarter. Oops. Can't get too excited, then I start messing stuff up. All right, so we'll set those aside for now. Now, let's see, I've got 2 sizes here. I was trying to conserve fabric earlier, so I cut this blue, the wider width that I needed for my quarter square triangles, and I've shown you how to do that already with my whites. So now let's just cut our center square. I'm going to go back to my square ruler add-on. And you can see there's just a little thing on the back there that I put into that little hole, and then the little lever just twists it and holds it in place. Cut that square, then I'm going to turn it and cut it once more because I had cut the wider width for triangles. So I'm trying to use up my fabric and be conservative here. All right, so there's my center square. Now I'm just going to lay this all out so you can see that it's going to look just like the one I've already done. We'll put these white in our outer corners. Should have pressed those. And then this is the part that messed me up earlier. I have to make sure I've got my green triangles going in the correct direction. There we go. And then my blues are going to slide right in here. Have to remember that that long side goes out. Long side out. There we are. And then the whites, they're just going to fill in that remaining space. So then when I go to piece this all together, I'm going to start by sewing my white and blue triangles together. Then I'll add my green triangles to that piece, and then you can sew it all together in rows. So that was our finished size quilting, making this star block. If that is something you might be interested in, you can click the link above this video to get your very own finished size quilting add-on rulers. Thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.